Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Spot Hidden, the show where we play Call of Cthulhu. I am your keeper of arcane lore for tonight, London Carlisle, and I'm very excited to be bringing you a brand new Cthulhu Dark Ages campaign. Now, this is our second Dark Ages campaign. Me and the wonderful players here. We couldn't be here without this book right here, Cthulhu Dark Ages, from the wonderful people at Chaosium. So please go pick up this book. The campaign we're running tonight isn't in this book. It's something, kind of cobbled together from lots of inspirations and sources, but the structure is here. So check this out. One more shout out I'd like to give out. It's to the Pitchfork RPG, which so graciously has this great village creator, which is how we generated the village for this campaign. So very excited for that as well. Without further ado, let's bring in the players. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
What's going on?
What are we measuring?
Tracks backwards?
I was just seeing if I could install something.
All right.
Excellent.
Mine doesn't. Never mind. All right.
The mail file. Can I add to the bit?
What's going on?
So everyone, welcome.
Welcome back, London.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome back.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah,
Good to
it's
be running
been,
again.
what, a year? Just about?
So,
Feels
Feels like it. Indeed.
Huddy and I actually planned a song for your return.
Did you play a song? Did you plan a song for my return? What is that?
Yeah.
We did. You ready?
Yep. 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3.
Welcome
Happy
back, London. Happy birthday,
Well,
London.
welcome.
Love you.
I'm glad I wasn't involved in this.
Everyone watching at home, I'd like to introduce the people we have at our table here. Let's start with me. My name is London Carlisle. I'm an actor, TTRPG content creator. Love Call of Cthulhu and love running games, especially for my wonderful friends here. Matt, who are you?
I'm Matt. I'm also an actor. I also like to try to create content for TTRPG tabletop stuff. I like to stream it. Lately with Octoon, with Huddy here, with my friends, that sort of thing. I've gone very monotone. Also, I'm a whiskey drinker. And that's all I got.
We can tell.
Back to you, Sir Asshole.
Yeah, that's me. What's up, guys? I'm Hudson Hubbard. You can follow me at huddy.hubs, of course. And you know me maybe as the keeper of arcane lore when it comes to Octoon Cthulhu here on Spot Hidden. And tonight I am drinking a hearty stout, a stout
Ooh.
espresso. So yes.
And I'm left, so I'm Carly. Hi. I try to do TTRPG stuff on Twitch. I don't do it much, but I'm here. I'm not an actor. I'm just here.
Carly, we're very glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Quick disclaimer before we get started tonight. Call of Cthulhu is a horror role-playing game. So being that there are some dark themes, so viewer discretion is advised. There will be blood, there will be death and injury and maddening experiences for all. So please keep that in mind. And if you're looking for a show that's not that, this might be the time to leave now. You enjoyed our little skit and song here. But other than that, we might be getting a little dark tonight. So there's that. All right. Anything else from our players here before we get started?
Dark Ages for a reason.
Yes, indeed. We're putting the dark in Dark Ages. Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Without further ado, let's begin our new campaign of Cthulhu Dark Ages. Our terrible tale begins in a time long ago in a village far away. Rinderfeld is a village like many others. It has people that go about their daily lives, bustling about the market square, enjoying a nice cold brew in the brew house. There is the smell of very hearty, handcrafted roasted meats in the smokehouses here in Rinderfeld. The fields stretch out for miles and miles as the livestock graze and run about. Sounds delightful, right? Well, the people of Rinderfeld weren't quite expecting the strange things that would occur, the darkness that would invade their merry little lives. So, I think it's appropriate that we start in darkness, black. Light begins to creak and break in, slow at first, and then suddenly. Hudson, as your character regains consciousness, he's laying in this sort of this flat land, but it's mostly mud and dirt mixed together, as you can feel it all along your hands and deep into your fingernails. Your sword has been knocked about 5 feet away from you, and your breath knocked out of your body. There is a figure, an armored figure, standing about, I'd also say, maybe like 10 feet now away from you. You hear his laugh as he points and looks down upon you laying on the ground. Even your helmet has been sort of knocked askew after this. As you regain your composure, regain your consciousness, please introduce your character.
I am Sir Godfrid Stark. I'm a mercenary knight of the, I guess, what is now, or soon to be, Prussia. Then it would become Germany. But he has been knighted by a king that he does not remember the name of. He's a lesser lord. And he is here now in this muddy field having a duel with this other knight who has brought charges against myself that I disagree with. And I challenged him to a duel. He has knocked me down, and I would like to possibly roll to see if I can get towards my sword, if any possibility. Actually, how far away is this gentleman? You said about 5 feet?
He's about 10 feet away from you. And thanks to Double Forte in the chat, who thought I was going to say he was about 10 feet tall. No. He is about, I'd probably say, right around 5'11". You can even see bits of like dark curly beard that is sticking out of certain places in the worn metal of the helmet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as Sir Godfrid gets up, reclaiming his breath, the camera will pan to his face and the audience will notice that he's completely bald. He's in his 30s. He has a scar going down one of his eyes. This man does not look like a hero, nor does he look like a villain. And I would like to begin to rush to tackle this other character.
Okay, great. Yes. So as you do that, please give me a dexterity roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll against you.
I got a success, a 20 versus 30.
And I have a failure, 78 versus 30. So Godfrid, whoosh, slams into this figure, knocking him back. He isn't able to, he doesn't lose his sword that's in his hand, but really knocks it back. It carries him, the momentum, sending him flying back, also into the mud. There is a whoosh, as his elbow sinks deep into the mud that's over there next to him. And he just says, "Ha! Finally woke up, did ya?"
Godfrid looks at him. He doesn't say anything. How close am I to my sword?
You can run back and get it again. It's like about 10 feet behind you now. But you've knocked him down, and he's even struggling to get up as he's trying to wrestle his heavy arm in that armor free of the mud.
How close is his sword to me?
His sword, it's right in his hand there. So it's right in arm's reach if you're quick enough.
I'm going to run back and get my sword.
Okay, cool. So as you're running back, that gives him a little time to get free. He says, "Okay, fair is fair, weapon against weapon. Let's go." And at this, you see him striding towards you. He brings another hand to that heavy sword of his. The steel just grimy and blackened by the mud. He raises it. And together, Godfrid and your adversary clash. Now give me a sword roll.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A hard success, a 30 versus 70 with 2 damage.
A hard success?
Yes.
Well, my friend, I rolled an extreme success. I have a 4 here as whoosh, this sword slams into yours. Again, the force of this is just too much for you to take, which sends you flying back again. He raises his sword, swinging it around his head. He's going to go in for another strike. What would you like to do? Would you like to? Okay, cool. Dodge, please. 72. Okay, failure.
Actually, yeah, I'll dodge.
You have the option to attack back, if you would like. Sending another strike.
Okay, I'll attack back. However, just a reminder, Sir Godfrid is wearing chainmail armor.
Great.
So I am going to strike back. And I have a failure, a 90 versus 70.
So you and your adversary are just breathing heavy as this duel is just taking every bit of energy out of you. Give me one more sword roll.
Okay.
To see how the next clash fares.
A hard success, a 32 versus 70 for 5 damage.
Sir Godfrid. Herr Godfrid. Please describe how you put this adversary on his ass.
So Sir Godfrid is using a two-handed long sword. He takes the blade, because he is wearing gloves, and bashes the assailant over the head, knocking this man to the ground. He jumps on top as they're wrestling in the mud. There's a lot of grunting and moaning as you forget who is who as they've covered in mud. But the camera does pan to the bald, muddy face of Godfrid as he pulls a knife from this other guy's boot that he's wearing, and he shoves it up this man's throat as you hear a and you hear Godfrid say, "That is for my honor."
Godfrid, after this ordeal, makes his way back to his little homestead in Rinderfeld. How does Godfrid relax after such arduous exchange?
He finds the nearest tavern and goes in to have a nice stout.
After a night of drinking, Godfrid returns home. Waking up the next morning, you can still feel the grogginess and the alcohol still sort of swirling within your system. The sunlight that breaks its way through the window in your home, it's almost like nails on a chalkboard. It's almost like blinding in its intensity. Now, this is just one day in the life of Godfrid Stark. You have other duties to attend to, you mercenary knight. But as you make your way out of your home, please remind me, what's your horse's name?
Penelope.
Penelope is nowhere to be seen.
Should have named her Debbie.
Well, I was very close to saying Roach, but
It was
I
already
didn't want to do
taken.
that.
I was about to say, I was
I
saying
was
roach in
waiting
my
for
head.
it.
I'm going to kneel to the ground and look around to see if I can see any horse tracks.
Horse tracks. Okay, cool. Please
You're
give.
about to throw your hands up into the air and be like, Penelope! Sorry.
Cool. So the ground is sort of dried at this point. If you're wanting to look for the tracks themselves specifically, I'm going to ask for, let's do a track roll.
Oh man, a failure, an 87 versus 70.
Great. I shouldn't have said great. For the people watching at home, one thing you can do in Call of Cthulhu is push the roll if you would like to, which has the character sort of reassess the situation in a different light and re-roll for a chance of success or greater failure. Would you like to push the roll, or would you like to take this as it is?
As a teaching opportunity for the audience, yes, I will push the roll.
Please do.
And this time, Sir Godfrid Stark has an extreme success, a 9 versus 70.
With that extreme success, I'll give you a couple of details. So you do find Penelope's tracks leading away from the stable in which she was securely tied up in. You see her heading in a direction that you would know to be towards the pastures, through like the fields of Rinderfeld. You would also know from the way the tracks are laid in that sort of dried, cracked mud, is that these tracks were not in a walk, not in a leisurely trot, but in a full gallop.
Okay.
Please give me a spot hidden roll as well.
I don't know what it is, but the word spot hidden, to me, it just sounds so great. I don't know why.
It has a nice ring to it. It just seems to roll right off. Spot hidden. It just rolls right off the tongue.
And Sir Godfrid with the spot hidden has a success of 38 versus 75.
Gazing into the stable, you see the tie post where Penelope is always securely tied by the dark leather strap there. Shattered, broken, cracked in two. There was some sort of something that caused Penelope to wrench herself free. What would you like to do?
As Sir Godfrid is looking around, is there any markings, perhaps wolf claws anywhere, or anything that looks out of place?
Okay, cool. So you're specifically looking for, if you're looking specifically for wolf claws, I'll ask for a natural world. If you're looking around for anything else, give me another spot hidden.
Okay, I'm going to give you a natural world because the land that I live on, I do have a wolf problem.
Okay.
And it is a failure of 58 versus 30.
As you're looking around for those telltale wolf tracks that you've seen before on your property there are none. In fact, I'll go ahead and tell you, Penelope's tracks are alone. Seemingly.
Sir Godfrid is going to begin to walk and follow the tracks that Penelope has made.
Okay.
But before I leave, I'm going to make sure that I have my longsword with me.
Great. So, Godfrid walks along following these tracks. These tracks send you winding sort of, around the town, not directly through it, but around it. You pass the graveyard that is attached to the local parish church, which is off to your left. You can even hear the bustle of the market square, a couple 100 feet away behind you. But as you go along, crossing the barrier of one of the fields, still seeing Penelope's tracks. They lead you about 15 minutes away. Before long, what greets you is a certain smell. It's a sickly, almost rotting smell of death. As you see Penelope's tracks, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, lead directly to this cliff. What do you do?
Does Godfrid know if it's a dead horse or does it smell like a dead human?
Give me an education roll for this one. Your mercenary work would definitely let you know what a dead human smells like.
And perhaps other things.
Perhaps other things, yes.
Yes, and his education with dead things pays off an extreme success of 2 versus 60.
Your mind is transported to a time where your adversary was fleeing on horseback. Instead of targeting him directly, the best course of action perhaps would have been to take out the horse. Because of this event, you know that this is the smell of a dead animal. No, animals. And the closer you might get to that cliff, the stronger this stench is.
I'm going to draw my long sword and be prepared as I press on towards this smell.
Okay. You move closer and closer. I'm going to ask for another dexterity roll.
Okay.
I'm now seeing that's one of your lowest skills, and I keep asking for it.
It's okay. Wow. A extreme success, 6 versus 30.
As you come to the
keeper.
As you come to the very edge of this cliff, you can see a couple of stones tumble off and fall. They tumble down, plummeting through the air, sort of hitting off the side of the rocks as they make their way down before rolling and hitting the hoof. Penelope. Penelope is not alone here. You see a dozen corpses. Not just horses, sheep, cattle of all sorts that have recently plummeted over this precipice. Death is fresh in the air, and the blood is a smell you would never forget. Give me a sanity roll, please, Godfrid.
Okay.
I smelly smell.
An extreme success, 4 versus 65. Wow, I have not had this great success in a very long time.
We're 30 minutes in?
How many extreme successes?
That's the last success you're gonna have. For
Yeah,
this
you
trip,
just
so.
1, 2, 3 in a row.
3 in a row
Yeah.
for sure. Then one
4
before
total.
That's
that,
all you get. So
4 total.
and then 2. Yeah, and then 2 hard successes as well.
we're done for the campaign now. So thanks for that.
So
This is actually
All up to find a damn dead horse. You're just beating a dead horse at this point.
no. This is Godfrid's murder site. This is where he's dumping the bodies, and he's like, "Oh, I remember now. This is where I put everything."
Oh, that's where it's been.
That's
oh,
the
man.
murder.
He's like, "That's
Yeah.
what I did last night. This makes
Shoot.
sense."
Man.
Godfrid takes no sanity loss for this, with the hardened, just life on the edge that you've lived. It's prepared you for a moment like this. But would your life on the edge truly prepare you for what was to come? We'll soon find out. We move elsewhere in Rinderfeld, a much nicer place. Now, Godfrid is not wanting for money. He has plenty of it. But someone that's not wanting for much of anything at all is Otto Geiger. Matt, please describe your character, introduce him, and tell us how he goes about his day in his home.
Gotcha. Is Otto located anywhere specifically, Keeper?
He's located wherever you would like him to be.
That works out.
Yes, anywhere in town.
Otto.
I'll say that your place sort of overlooks where the smithy is in town, the blacksmith. So the only inconvenience that you ever experience really would be the clink 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 occasionally of the steel being forged.
We'll say the camera is right on that, and to the left, around
Iron.
the road, around the corner, comes Otto Geiger. Hello. Otto is a thin man, a little bit tall in stature. As he comes around the corner, he is donning a cane. He has a bit of not a limp per se, it's almost a little bit of a swagger to him as he does come around the corner. He seems a little bit suave, but also with that look in his eye and the way his forehead brings that shadow down, there's something deceiving about his eyes, his face. There's a slight scar across the bridge of his nose, probably from when someone rather upset decided to voice their concerns, as he is a tax collector for the Lord of, looking at the Rinderfeld, I forgot the name. The Lord would be Nils von Reitmohr, someone he holds high and dear as his person in charge, his boss, the one who pays him so well and is at his back when these people decide to, well, push back a little bit against all the, everything that they offer to their citizens. And he is taking a stroll down. Maybe some people get along with him, and he knows for damn well sure some people don't. But there is a knife by his side, mostly a utility tool, to be honest with you. And he does have what he needs all in that cane there.
Fantastic. So, as you're going about your day, you would know that you have some duties to do. You have some taxes to collect. Now, as you mentioned, you don't quite get along with some people in town, and there was some sort of altercation that caused, you said this scar that you have?
Yeah, there was it was a man. He was rather upset, and because of that, he, seemed to lose control of one of his fists. Geiger eventually got what he was after, but there was a little bit of pushback.
Yes. The first person on today's agenda is Eva Danner. You must collect your taxes from the Danner household. After that, there's another person who is most definitely someone that you could get along with a little more. Someone that's been very generous to you in the past, the local weaver of the town. His name is Ernst Nagel. So Danner, then Nagel. And once those are done, the last person is the Mr. Rask of the Rask household. Those are sort of your three for the day: Danner, Nagel, and Rask. Who do you visit first?
Are each of these individuals located in houses?
Yes.
Keeper. All right. Let's open with Mr. Rask.
Mr. Rask. Yes. So as you approach Rask's home, you can see that it's a very sort of small but comfortable place. Nice thatch roof. There is a chimney off to the side that is belting these clouds of smoke out of it. What do you do?
He slowly approaches, Otto specifically, leans his left shoulder into the wall, and using his cane, gives a little knock to the door.
After a couple of seconds, the door creaks open ever so slightly as an eye pokes out of the side of it. This sort of eye that has these deep bags, these deep dark bags under it. You see even more of a face, nose sort of pushed up like that, but a slender face as Mr. Rask peers out. Otto!
Good morning, Mr. Rask.
May I help you?
Well, it certainly is a fine day, wouldn't you say?
I've seen finer.
Sure. You do know why I'm here, Mr. Rask. I have but one job.
Yes, to bug the piss out of the populace.
That is correct.
I don't have your money. Tell von Reitmohr that he'll get it when I can give it to him, okay?
Keeper, is this the first time?
It is indeed not the first time. But give me an education roll.
Can do. We're a little bit better with intelligence, but
Nope.
5960 success for education.
Okay. So you would know that Mr. Rask is a fisherman, and his business hasn't been doing too hot as of recently. The past probably like couple of weeks or so, fish haven't been biting. And you can tell that he's lost a little bit of sleep over it. But yet he peers out. Now, please, just leave me alone. I have no time for this today. I must get back out there and try to do my work.
Hold out, Mr. Rask. They'll eventually start biting and help you out, and by the transitive property, help out the whole town.
May I go back inside, Geiger?
It's your home. Take care, Mr. Rask.
You see him slam the door in your face. I must let you know that von Reitmohr won't be pleased you leaving empty-handed from these homes.
I'm sorry about the giggles of my colleagues here. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, all right, never mind.
London, is it okay if I do a shout out real quick?
Please do.
I just want to welcome to the chat my grandmother. Welcome, Mima. I am so glad you were here. Thank you so much for supporting us. Back to it. Thank you.
Welcome, Mima. Great to have you.
Welcome, Mima. All right. Well, I suppose I'll have a little bit of explaining to do. To Eva it is.
Yes. So now, as you go to the Danner home, I believe that was correct.
Correct.
Yes, Eva Danner. So as you're going to the Danner home, it is a lot less put together than the Rask home. You can see it's almost falling apart. There is no smoke pouring out of any chimney here. It's very bare bones. There's not even really much of a door. So as much as like this big piece of cloth that's been strung up over the doorway. You can even see it blowing in the wind as the wind that's kicking up around you is blowing directly into the home. As your feet approach, there's no hiding that sound. The curtain sort of, opens up as Danner and her children that are all around her You see Mr. Danner in the back, sort of peering out as well. His leg sort of thrown up on this table, broken but set by the town healer. But it's set, it's stable up in the back. But she appears at you and says, "Please, please, please, not today. We don't have much. I must feed my children. Please."
Oh, but Miss Dana, that's what you told me last time.
They must always eat. They must always eat, Otto.
Well, you and everyone else in this town.
What do you expect me to do?
Hello, Mr. Danner. Well,
Evening.
you both know my work. You know why I'm here. You know I'm coming. I'm sure we can work something out.
Listen. What I can do is first harvest of the next harvest. I will ensure that you get the best pick of my crop, Otto. I make the best produce in all of town. You know this. Please, I give you my word. Me and my children work hard for that. It's been a hard year, especially after my accident. Please just cut us a little more slack here. I'll sell what I can. Equipment, I'll go down to the blacksmith to see if they can, I don't know, give me anything for it, but we just need a little more time.
Keeper wins harvest.
You're looking at a couple more months, but give me a spot hidden.
And that was what I was about to ask for next. 1654, a hard success.
You would notice there's 4 children. They're crowded around, but she doesn't have 4 children. She has 6 children. They have 6 children. You see 2 sort of scurrying around in like the back corner of the house, hurriedly sort of shoving this sort of like a cloth little bag in this drawer, and whoosh, you can hear like a clink clink as it whoosh, is stuffed away. What do you do?
Where did this happen?
In the back corner of the room.
How do you... Did I see what entered the bag that they're holding with that hard success? Could I imagine?
I would say that it contains small materials, many small materials, and there was a certain sort of metallic clink to it as it was shoved into this drawer.
Ah.
It almost, fell apart as it shook as it was closed.
Well, if you don't mind, Mr. Anna, boys, I would love to assist you with whatever it is you're doing, and let him approach.
Oh, we're doing nothing. But like they part kind of like the Red Sea for you as this air of, Otto Geiger comes into the room. You see the kids look with fear as a little gold coin drops from one of their hands. Eyes big. The father in the back. So you can't just come into my home like this. This isn't right.
Oh, Mr. Danner, you can't just not pay your taxes.
What do you do?
What's in this bag?
If you proceed to open this drawer and inspect this
In the
bag,
drawer.
you would indeed find coins. Coins and coins and coins.
How much do they owe?
They owe a pretty sum. Probably this entire these entire bags they have in here. There's like 3 bags, I would say, and maybe about 3 more is what they would owe. But the mother, she sort of just like rushes you from behind. Please, this is all that we have. This is what's getting us by. As soon as we can collect more, we'll give you what is owed. Or, just take one. Please, I know you have an obligation. I know you have duty, but This is what we need to survive.
To survive. That's a tricky word, Mrs. Danner. Survive can mean a lot of things. These are good kids. They work hard.
They do. They do. They work very hard. Just like their parents.
Well, the way I see it, someone might have some work for them. Ask around. Let's take a couple of the bags here.
There's 3 bags full of coins there. How many do you take?
Let's do 2.
Noted. You can see sort of the heartbreak in their eyes as children see their parents cower in fear. You see parents as hope leaves their heart. How will they feed these children? But you've done your job mostly. One more for today. Looks like you have the Weaver left. Nagel, Ernst Nagel. Are you proceeding to his place next?
Sure am.
Indeed, indeed. Nagel's is a very quaint cottage. The first thing you notice really is there's a little brass bell near the door. It's very simple, very tidy on the outside, a very tidy porch. And as you approach the door, you see that it's even kind of halfway open, just barely open, probably about that much. What do you do?
What's his name is Aaron's, is that correct?
Ernst, yes. Ernst. Ernst Nagel.
He has a bit of a way of doing things, so it's the same lean on the door with a slight knock. Good morning, Ernst.
You knocked, and even the door even opens up maybe an inch or so more. No answer.
And with the end of that cane, let's push it open ever so slowly and gently open.
As you push it open very slowly, you begin to see more and more of this quaint cottage. Just like the outside, the inside is nice and tidy. Everything seems to be in its place. With your cane pushing it open slower and slower and slower, eventually your eyes meet what looks like this deep crimson red puddle. And as you open more and more and more, you see a body, very short white hair with a big beard that's now trapped under this body, lying face down in it. Give me a sanity roll, Otto.
I will also remind of the hardened talent.
Please tell our people at home what the hardened talent does.
Sure.
We're playing Pulp Cthulhu here.
As we are playing Pulp Cthulhu, one of the many features of that includes the additional 2 talents that comes with your hero, as that is one of our classifications of this game mode. So that being said, that we do see one of the talents possessed by Otto here being hardened, that comes with his what is it? A cold-blooded trait, essentially, which ignores sanity point loss from attacking other humans, viewing horrific injuries, or the deceased. So that being said, if you're still looking for it, we'll roll with an extreme success. 12 versus 60.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so you don't lose any sanity here. Y'all are doing well in these sanity rolls. You see this body face down. Just from the back, you would recognize this as Nagel, the Weaver. An older man, that telltale white beard. What do you do?
Of all people, Ernst, we'll approach quickly and spin him over.
Oh, okay. So as you spin him over, the first thing you would notice here is that his throat has just been all but ripped out.
Jeez.
Just sort of mauled specifically in this area in his throat. It's just, this is where all the blood has drained from, as you can see, tendons torn and veins ripped and almost bones bare within the throat.
Good lord. Is there anything around the cottage, this house? Anything that seems to appear as a threat? Anything that moves, or maybe a broken window?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Can do that. 32 versus 54, standard success.
Everything else in the place looks neat and in order. You'll even see there's like a small bowl filled with like some little fish, some tiny little like almost like anchovies or just like stuff, probably for a cat, a pet, just in a bowl, completely filled up. Something else you might notice is
Careful, keeper.
I'll tell you, as you flipped him over, you're now seeing that as you flipped him over, what kind of leads up to that throat action. There's no sort of damage up here, just in the throat, but there are various scratches that kind of start sporadically on the legs and make their way up the arms.
Gotcha. That already completed the thought. Is this cat that's pet around?
You don't see any cats inside, no.
Doesn't make any sense. He'll quickly get outside and shout for the nearest guard, the nearest soldier, anyone who he might know to patrol.
Cool. So
Something.
you being Otto, just give me a power roll. I'm really going for your
Power roll.
force of spirit here, your force of will,
Yeah,
your
I feel it.
presence.
4760 success.
Cool. You have no problem summoning the guard, summoning the people at your beck and call as they rush on the house. Soon, people are flooding the streets, all making their way towards the Weaver's small home. As these boots and swords clash, against sort of not clash but smash against the thighs that they're wearing there. Amidst this crowd, you see this cat sort of standing there, just watching the whole affair, covered in blood. Elsewhere, on the outskirts of town, there is a mother. This is Alina Hahn and her son, Magnus. He is a teenage boy. Both of them undoubtedly related. Both sort of, smaller frame, dark complected. On Magnus's arm, there is this deep sort of wound. This wound is a bite mark. Deep in this flesh, you can see sort of like canine-esque teeth that have sank into his flesh. He winces in pain as the healer works their magic. Not literally, of course, but does with great skill what they do. Please introduce your character, Carly.
All right, I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
The worst timing. I was desperately trying to mute before I sneezed. Okay. Hedwig Leitner. She is she's small framed herself. She's probably about 5'4", kind of very skinny, looks like she doesn't eat a whole lot. She's got short, hence the wig. She's got short cropped, kind of frizzy-ish red hair. She's wearing lots of layers, but no shoes. And she's just kind of working. She's just applying this poultice that she had pulled as soon as these two kind of entered her home. She pulled this poultice out of her, not really pockets, but out of her skirts, and is just applying it to this wound. She goes, now, the most important thing is to keep it clean. If you keep this clean, it should heal just fine. But
it hurts like hell.
I know. Here, and she kind of goes over and gets like a little sprig of herbs and says, just chew on this. It should kind of distract you a little bit.
Give me a medicine roll, Hedwig.
Oh no, I don't know if I perked anything into medicine.
As the healer?
I think I took it all in first aid. Oh no, I have some medicine. That's a failure.
Okay, cool.
I probably need to move some points around.
No, you're good. You're good. The medicine is for these herbs that you've picked and have given him here. He puts them in his mouth, begins to chew slowly before spitting them on the ground. The taste in his mouth, like really unsettles him. You can see him trying to keep it down, looking back at his wound is enough for him to just vomit all over the floor in front of you. You can even feel like a couple of specks hit your foot that's there. His mother, Magnus, as she puts a hand on his shoulder, petting his back. I'm so sorry, Hedwig.
It's fine. I said it would distract him. I just didn't think it would distract him that much.
Distract him? It did. It's okay, Magnus. It's okay. She pets him on his back.
Just kind of hold pressure on that for a minute, and I kind of move her arm towards, or his arm towards her, and I want to go get like a cloth to clean up the vomit on the floor.
Nice. You know, Hedwig, it's a shame what happened. Our dog has never been aggressive before. Out of nowhere, she just leapt and attacked poor Magnus.
It's really strange. I've noticed it. You're not the first that I've heard mention something like this.
Dogs?
Dogs, livestock, everything's acting weird. Even my goats. They're not even their normal selves. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand it.
At first, I thought they were just in heat. Who knows? That does strange things to people. But no. Now our family pet is no longer with us. We had no choice, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, that can't be easy. Here, and then I'll pull out the rest of the bottle of the poultice that I was putting on his arm. Take this, keep it clean, put this on it whenever it starts to fester again, and it should be fine.
Give me a first aid roll, Hedwig.
Okay. That I can do. 2970, hard success.
With your help, Magnus's demeanor changes. A little less grumpy. He sort of settles into the healing properties that you've, bestowed upon him today. Thanks a lot. It's already feeling a little better.
Good. Glad to hear it. Hope everything, turns out okay with animals and everything. Yeah.
Yes. She hands you a few coins. Thank you very much. She takes Magnus, spins him around, an arm around him, as they proceed to the door. Give me a listen roll, Hedwig.
I don't remember where any of my skills are. Oh, I'm actually critical success, 1 versus 70.
It's almost as if with each step that Lena and Magnus take towards the door, there is just this cacophony of sound that starts very low, as if it's distant and far away. But it grows and grows with each step. Soon, you can hear... It's almost like the flutter of wings. Mixed in with that are these sort of sharp, high-pitched screeches. With that success that you have there, that critical success, you know for a fact that for some reason, a swarm of bats are descending upon your home. You see Lena reach for the door. What do you do?
I want to say, don't open the door. Stay inside.
What is it?
And I'm running to close the shutters.
Okay, give me a dexterity roll.
Okay. I'm not good at that, I don't think.
You're
Oh no, I'm halfway decent. Hard success, 3270.
Bro, so Hedwig darts around the home, whoosh, closing all these windows here, making sure that there's nothing in. But it's almost as if as soon as you close one, there's like douche resistance on the other side as you feel sort of pushing back against you, wings and small bodies and screeches that just grow and grow and grow in sound. What are you doing? What's going on? Lena
Bats.
says.
There's bats. They're swarming.
Bats.
Just stay by the door. If they start hitting against the door, just hold it shut. It should be fine.
Okay,
It should
yes.
be okay.
Yes, Magnus,
to let it pass.
with me now. And she almost throws Magnus into the door.
Poor kid.
He hits like his shoulder that has his hurt arm on it. Damn it, he says. But again, he holds it and pushes. Let's see how they do.
Oh no. They let these damn bats in my house.
Douche, douche, douche. You just think he, with his weak arm, is about to give in and fall inside as bats rush in, but no. Mother extends her arm, whoosh, holding it.
Mom arm.
These sounds grow and grow. You know that you have no escape from this. You try to run these bats. If they're as bloodthirsty as the Han dog, you might have some trouble. But give me a sanity roll from your house being completely swarmed.
Another hard success. 36 versus, wait for it, 90. The one time I have a high sanity character.
I love that there has been no sanity loss this far.
Hell yeah, man.
We're gonna change that. We're gonna change that.
Oh no, it's okay. You don't have to.
No, you don't have to at all.
If you haven't noticed, there seems to be a trend of these strange animal happenings within the village of Rinderfeld. Strange things that keep occurring. 3 village leaders, Otto Geiger, Hedwig Leitner, Godfrid Stark, are tasked with heading outside of town, making the 2 hours journey to the mansion of Lord von Reitmohr, the Lord that oversees Rinderfeld. If anyone can help this situation, he can. Otto leads this small party with Godfrid and Hedwig trailing behind. If you might look over your shoulder, Otto, you would see this bald, just hardy figure and this short-haired, you described her as gingerish, I guess.
Oh yeah, very ginger.
Healer.
Definitely like one of the more Scandinavian German tribes.
Trailing behind you. What do you do seeing these two there behind you as you're making this journey to your lord?
I'm sorry, or are you all joining me?
I'm just going myself. I'm not really joining you.
Keeper, are we on horseback?
Your horse is dead.
Yeah, your horse is fucked.
Perhaps I bought another horse.
Did you want to?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me look at the prices for that real quick.
Okay.
In this book right here, Cthulhu Dark Ages.
Excellent.
Right, cool.
Is the prices right?
The
I was coming. I was just hoping.
The price, maybe so. Maybe the price is right. Give me 1 second to look this up.
If I need to guess the price, I could probably guess it. My
Horse.
mom always said I would do well on that show. So
Horse is like 3 shekels, I think. Right?
All right, cool. All right, so a horse will be About 240 mark if you want to make the investment.
Okay. And let me see how much marks I have.
I have a dog yelling. I'm sorry if you hear him.
Now I have over 1,000 marks. But it says my spending level is 4 marks. Would I still be able to purchase, or does that mean I can only spend every game 4 marks?
No, you can purchase it. What that means is sort of let me see. Yeah, so spending level is if it's under that, we don't have to really worry about the the details of counting and accounting and all that stuff. You
Okay.
just get it. But it's over
Yeah,
that, it will subtract it from your cash, I guess.
So 250 marks, I'll take it.
Cool. All right.
What is your new horse's name?
Penelope.
God dang it.
And
Hate it.
behind you, of course, you see Godfrid on this steed.
You were asking if we were joining you, Otto Geiger.
Yes, however, this is Matt talking, so shout out to Tabletop Anthologies for rating with a party of 11. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
joining us.
Welcome.
Welcome on in. We are playing Cthulhu Dark Ages, Call of Cthulhu here from Chaosium. This is our first episode of this campaign, and we're having a great time here. There are some strange animal happenings in the village of Rinderfeld. And these three, we have a mercenary, we have the local mayor, we have a healer. They are on the way to the local lord's house to set things straight.
I like your horse.
Otto Geiger, you're a tax collector, are you not?
Well, so crass, I would say I'm the people's servant.
Yes, but you do serve a lord, don't you?
Rightly so, just as I believe all of us should.
You and I have some similarities.
Oh, glad to hear it. I know Hedwig here is similar in the sense of being a healer of sorts. I have faint memories of you assisting me with, a bit of a disagreement.
You got your ass kicked.
Well, it was more of a tactical retreat, but sure. So,
Yeah.
are you all aware of what happened to Ernst?
No.
Are we aware, Keeper? I feel like I probably would have heard.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard.
Tax collector Otto Geiger, I am not aware. I've just been sent on a mission to meet with this lord.
Oh, well, seems our paths have crossed, and I'm not certain I've heard your name around town, friend.
I'm Sir Godfrid Stark.
Great. Well, good to meet you, Godfrid.
That's Sir Stark to you.
Sir Stank. Understood. Shall we? And onward.
So,
I'm sorry, but what did you say?
I'm sorry? Oh, Sir Stark.
That's what I thought.
Ah, rightly so. So, forward.
And you are Otto Geiger. You're the tax collector of this small village. You have no family, no children.
Ah, but slow me down.
I'm Hedwig. It's nice to meet you.
And Sir Godfrid looks at Hedwig and nods.
Is that the couple name? Godwig?
Godwig.
No.
It's the new new team at Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Godwig.
There you go.
Yeah.
Godwig's like a school
Godwig
Godwig.
Gryffindor.
Class. What
Tell
is
me,
it? What is it? Class or
I don't
House?
House?
know. House. That's
it.
what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm more of a Lord of the Rings guy.
Yeah, man.
It's fine. J.K. Rowling sucks, anyways.
I love the Force and the Lord of the Ring. Anyway, so Sir Godfrid Stark on horseback with sword. Where is your family, perchance? I believe you're rather new to our community.
My family is all dead, if I may say so. I came from a lonely house, and I have made my name known to these parts.
Right you have. Seems you and I might find we are not so different after all.
Perhaps. We do have our similarities, but do not think in this moment that you and I are the exact same.
Friends of friends of friends. Hedwig, what is it your mission is here?
I feel like he should know that about the animals. I haven't really been able to fully interpret it, but I know it's some sort of omen.
You saw the
attacked my
cat too.
house. The cat?
The cat.
What cat?
The cat that got Ernst.
He was killed by a cat?
Did you not see it?
I wasn't there. I just heard about it when I was passing through town on my way here.
Ernst was killed by his cat.
He was okay. No,
No one
because
rightly believed me at the time. It would, well, a couple of people laughed. That's aside from the point. The fact there was that I saw the cat was covered in blood. His blood and the scratches could not have been made by anything but that feline marauder.
That's weird.
Oh,
Because okay,
yeah.
you know, Magnus that's always running around causing more problems than he probably should for his
The
age.
loud one that
Yeah, the
keeps
loud
crashing
one.
into me. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm aware.
He got bit by his dog.
Oh, well,
Which
surprise,
normally
surprise.
Well, no, their dog wasn't like that. Their dog was always so gentle, and she was just very calm, and I don't understand. And then the bats that swarmed my house and tried to bust in the windows and door
Bats.
and bats, lots and lots of bats.
What?
Yes. So something is definitely going on because I've heard about the livestock just acting weird. All the animals are acting weird.
Yes, they're in heat. That happens. I've
No,
spoken
it's
to
not
farmers.
heat. It's not heat. They don't. Have you ever? Okay.
It affects all of us. Wouldn't you say, Sir Godfrid Stark on horseback?
Hedwig, you were saying the animals are acting weird.
Yeah, I've had a couple.
Yesterday morning, I took a stroll from my land, looking for my horse, Penelope. I found her almost in a mass burial, buried with other animals and things.
Like someone had killed them?
Yes. But strange, it almost looked as though they had done it themselves.
Done it themselves. Huh. Interesting.
Depression is a hell of a thing. It affects us all.
See, when you said that, I would think that maybe the villagers were culling them and not saying anything, but if they did it themselves.
I'm sorry, Hedwig. may I call you Hedwig?
That's fine.
I'm new to these parts. I've been newly knighted in this land. I do not understand. What is your occupation?
Oh, I'm a healer.
She dabbles with the mints and the leaves and whatnot.
So you are a nurse,
No.
a doctor.
No, I use herbs mostly. And
A magician.
not entirely, but somehow closer than doctor. I use stuff that's been passed down through, a few different generations. Just stuff I've learned over the years.
Do you enjoy reading?
I do.
Excellent.
Are we
Otto
all-
Geiger, do you know how much further this journey is? I am
Oh,
getting hungry, and I prefer to stop sooner or later to have a nice grilled mutton.
oh, fantastic. Nothing more than a skip and a hop. Keeper?
You're right. Yeah, skipping a hop. It'll take you. It'll take you. Let's see how long it takes you to get there. You've been traveling. I'd say probably like a good 30 minutes now or so. I'm having this conversation. Another hour and a half, and you will be there. But again, you press on and press on and press on. Everyone, give me a listen roll.
We do that with our ears. Failure.
Hard success, 2970. I need to be ticking the things that I succeed on.
Oh yeah, don't forget,
This-
y'all. Don't forget to do that if you can.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The
This
reason
is
we
crazy.
still got-
I also got a failure, a 95 versus 20.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Looks like I forgot to put points into listen, so that's awkward.
Hedwig. With the success, I would tell you that you hear rustling in the leaves nearby. Now, this just isn't any rustling. This is rustling from a large creature. With the hard success, you know that it's not coming towards you. It is sort of traveling in an opposite direction from you, kind of going away from you deeper within the woods. But you would also, with that hard success, I'll tell you, there is struggled breaths. Whatever this large creature is, it's struggling to breathe. There's pain in its grunts. What do you do?
I think I found one of your animals, Sir Stark. Do you hear it off that direction? It sounds injured and big.
I'm sorry, but my past has led me to where I cannot hear as much as I would like. But if you hear it, I believe you, and you shall lead on if you would.
I'm gonna kind of like scurry off that direction.
Could be an elk. Maybe. No.
Okay.
I just want to see what it is. It might give us some answers.
Okay, everybody. Give me a spot hidden roll.
All right.
Shit, he said the name of the thing.
We're following the magician.
I'm not good
90
at that.
for failure.
85-40 failure.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
Godfrid.
Oh, extreme success. 5 versus 75.
Wh-
Sorry, I had to scroll down.
Thank Godfrid.
Why are you thank Godfrid. That's the new shirt.
Thank
Coming
Godfrid.
soon to the Spot Hidden merch store. Thank Godfrid.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be a nice t-shirt. No, hashtag thank Godfrid.
Yo, that's going to okay, hold
Say
up.
Thank Godfrid.
We are pausing the stream momentarily.
Oh no.
We're pausing the stream
Go
momentarily.
make a
I
shirt real
have to
quick.
make a tweet.
We're
Thank Godfrid.
stand by for these few messages.
the Google Doc.
I know it's
Spot
now tweeted. Please, if you're watching this, go to the Spot Hidden Twitter and retweet what I tweeted today, December 7th at 9:19 p.m. Eastern time.
Day that
Hashtag
will live in.
Let's get it
Thank
trending,
God for it.
guys.
or type it yourself, tweet it out yourself. So, thank you, Jason C. Daniels. Thank you for doing that. Godfrid, what you would see off in the distance, lumbering away from you, is this huge humanoid-shaped thing covered in this lank hair that you can see sort of snaking its way down its big, exposed, grayish back. You see it turn from 1 second as it tries to move along. It's struggling in pain. You see a tusk coming directly out of its jaw at the bottom. And across the back, you see these deep cuts, these scrapes, these gashes that start around at the top of the shoulder and make their way all the way down. The long arms on this creature almost drag the forest floor as long claws extend off the bottom of them. Seeing this, Godfrid, give me a sanity roll.
Okay.
It's really off in the distance. Otto and Hedwig aren't really able to get this good of a view.
A failure, 85 versus 65.
Okay. Okay, cool. I need a dice. I need a die. I didn't mean to say dice. Okay. All right, you are taking 2 points of sanity loss. This isn't a man. This is truly a creature. You face many adversaries in your time. But this isn't of the human sort. Little did you know, as this thing lumbers away, this wouldn't be the first creature you would see. Soon your lives would be filled with all sorts of dark things. But for now, you press on to the supposed safety of von Reitmohr's manor. And we'll pick up there once we come back from our break. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Everybody hanging out here. We got Swift Doggy out there, Double Forte, JC Daniels, everybody, all the cool people. You want to have fun with
And
us?
Meemaw.
And
Meemaw,
Meemaw,
thank
thank
you
you,
so much,
Meemaw.
Your
Meemaw.
Meemaw's there.
Hang out with us in the chat. If you're listening to this after the fact, watching this after the fact, connect with us here on Twitter and then on Twitch so you can, hang out with us live. Talk to us as we're playing here at this table.
Oh yeah.
Love playing with these people here, and we'll be back in, a couple minutes with more Dark Ages.
This is the craziest description of an elk I've ever heard. But anyway, continue.
Peace.
It's a reindeer, to be exact.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Makes sense.
We'll let you go to break eventually, London.
I hate
Yeah.
y'all.
So anyway.
Yeah.
And we're back. Thank you for hanging in there with us. We're playing Cthulhu Dark Ages. This is a brand new campaign, and where we last left off, we saw our three heroes on the way to the manor of the local lord, Lord von Reitmohr. Strange things have been happening in Rinderfeld. Animals attacking where they were once very docile. Animals driving themselves off cliffs. Animals ripping the throats out of their owners. Very strange things indeed to happen all at once. But our three heroes are setting out to make sure that this is set straight. One of our heroes, Sir Godfrid Stark, spotted this beast out in the woods on their way to visit von Reitmohr. As it lumbered away, he saw deep gashes in the back of this lumbering, sort of hunched over, very large creature. As we pick back up, we find our heroes inside the manor of Lord von Reitmohr. Now, this place is just 2 hours from Rinderfeld, but it might as well be worlds away. As inside it is lush. There are ample paintings and tapestries that line everywhere around. There is the sweet smell of these platters of treats that are at various tables surrounding the area. Probably most noticeably for all of you players is the very, very loud bard that is just playing away on the mandolin there. It's almost too loud to hear.
Going to your witcher.
You couldn't help yourself, could you? You couldn't help
No.
yourself.
No, also,
Yeah.
you're still on your big face cam, if that matters.
I know, I'm looking at myself.
Okay, I didn't know if you need to. Sorry.
He's aware.
Yes, I love the view. No, just kidding. Playing this mandolin very, 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 very loudly. You're almost unable to hear von Reitmohr as he speaks in front of you. But, everyone here? But von Reitmohr stands before you. He's probably about 45-ish. He's already starting to gray around his temples, but his hair is luscious. Sort of almost like golden. Great drawing, Matt. Very, very golden.
It's
These
the creature of the
blue
woods.
eyes. Sort of like a almost like statuesque face. He wears his age well, as the few lines that he has are just accentuate what's already there. He's almost like statuesque, as I mentioned, with these fineries draped from him. There's an air of sophistication there, an air of calm and confidence. He looks at you and continues to speak. I know the solution to this. It's quite simple, something that I feared for a while now, but it seems that my suspicions were correct. These animals, not in heat, not acting out of some strange occurrence, no. These animals are simply frightened. Otto, please, as you said, you saw this cat as it ripped out the throat of the weaver?
With my own 2 eyes, Lord von Reitmohr.
And Stark. Animals plummeting to their deaths.
That is correct, Your Grace.
And Hedwig, gracious healer. A serious bite.
And the bats.
And the bats? Yes. Now, I must let you in on I must let you all in on something I've been, frankly, hiding from the rest of Rinderfeld. I didn't want to quite scare the populace, but there is a troll on the premises.
I'm sorry?
A troll. Otto, you know I trust you. I know you won't go spreading this around, but there is a troll on the loose. A mighty beast, a large, tusked troll that has been spotted on the outskirts of Rinderfeld. I fear that this troll must have been making its way around town. The animals were spooked and then tried to flee, but flew right off of a cliff. Or this troll worked its magics to conjure these bats to swarm your house, Hedwig. Its sudden roar suddenly scaring the dog that bit young Magnus. Or even this cat. Perhaps it has some strange control over these feline creatures, which caused it to attack the poor weaver.
Now,
I've-
London.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Hedwig would know about this sort of thing. Can a troll do all of that? In the
Perhaps.
story she's heard.
What would you like
And-
to check for that?
A cult, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that makes the most sense. It's a failure, 83 versus 70. Sorry.
No. So I'll tell you from what you would know just about the folklore of the trolls specifically. Perhaps they are mischievous creatures, and this could be some ploy of the trolls. But especially if one's been seen nearby, and the way he's describing it, it's like a almost more orcish in appearance as the way that
Yeah.
he's describing it.
More like traditional fantasy troll than Germanic troll.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because I'm thinking of the ones that were in Maelstrom.
Oh yeah.
That's when you said troll. That's where my brain went.
I'm just thinking of the animated movie Trolls. Anyway, no, just kidding.
Ackroyd brothers were in Trolls too.
Oh, London muted himself again.
Sorry, but no.
I love
but
when
this,
he does that. He messes it.
but this is his explanation for the occurrences. And what would you like to do with that? What would you like to say to him? But again, it's very loud with this mandolin player just ripping up the strings.
Rip and tear. Lord von Reit from the children's tales.
Von
the troll.
Reitmohr is the name, Matt.
Von Reitmohr?
Von Reitmohr, yes.
Von Reitmohr. Gonna correct that. So Lord von Reit. All right.
Van Richten.
Lord von Reit, you're saying a
Thank you, London.
a,
Need someone to get that.
a troll from the children's tales.
Yes, but I fear these are no children's tales. These real stories are dark indeed. But thankfully, the mercenary knight is with us. Now, I just wanted to leave this be. I'm not one for needless bloodshed, especially when it comes to fairy tales.
I can kill the troll. But I do have my needs. If you would like this troll killed, I want land, I want a title, I want a bride, a couple of livestock. Excuse me, Your Grace. Bard, enough!
Hey, sorry. I'll tone it down a little bit. My apologies, he says. But give me a persuade roll, Sir Godfrid, for your demands.
You hear that, Hedwig? He's looking for a bride.
Better keep looking. This is the wrong direction.
A failure, 84 versus 10.
That's a good try.
Stark,
Who was?
the best I can do are coins. I will see that you are properly compensated if you're able to take out the troll. some coins for you. And Otto and Hedwig, please enjoy yourselves here at the manor while Stark goes and accomplishes this. I trust his abilities.
Godfrid gets closer to, and it's von Reitmohr.
Von Reitmohr, yes.
Von Reitmohr.
Yeah, and I'll see if I can, copy this and you can write it down.
He gets closer to Lord von Reitmohr.
So close you can smell
him. Von Reitmohr.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen combat. Have you? Have you fought? Have you been in battle?
Not much more than the schoolyard brawl, honestly.
Yes. I've served in the deserts of Egypt. I've seen things that you could not imagine. I can kill this troll, I can assure you that. But it'd be easier to kill you and take your seat.
Oh, my. Quite the bold personality.
Otto, you put up with this?
Well, he is rather somber on the way over, your lord. My lord, not your lord. Oh, was I speaking to Hedwig? Excuse me. He's rather bold.
By the time you made it back to Rinderfeld, the whole town would be after your head. Now you cannot face the might of Rinderfeld. Farmers, sure, but able combatants. You won't live another day. You try anything with me, and I will make sure that, listen, I'll make sure that you don't even leave this manor if you tried anything, as so much as laid a scratch upon me. Hell, I'm sure this bard here could take you. And no, your friend Hedwig couldn't do anything to heal your severed head.
And you'll find, Stark, I have a few tricks up my sleeves as well.
I personally don't want to be involved in this.
Is coin not good enough for you, Stark? Perhaps Hedwig can take down the troll. Perhaps my coin should go to Hedwig. I trust their abilities as well.
Then let Hedwig do it.
Again, I don't want to be in the middle of this.
Yes, Hedwig. Hedwig, you can handle yourself.
I'm okay. I mean, I'm well researched and I understand, the mostly the origins of trolls and things like that, but I don't think I'm equipped to take one on myself.
You can see von Reitmohr eyeing the cane that Otto is propped on. What about Otto?
I'm sorry.
Otto!
Hello.
That's no simple cane you have there.
It helps me get around.
Get around indeed. Spilling the blood of those who can't pay. Or those who can't behave. Stark.
Your Grace, if I may, I do have a temper that I am known for, and I apologize if I came off too strong. The money that you are giving as the reward is just and fair enough.
Good answer.
I shall kill this troll for you. But I do ask one thing.
Yes.
A seat at your table for dinner on the night that I bring back the troll's head.
That can be arranged. 3 seats. 1 for each of you. And this reward will be split now. I am sure that all 3 of you can take this down. You forfeited your solo stake in this. Otto, Hedwig, Godfrid, please dispose of this troll. And I am certain that the troubles in Rinderfeld will end as soon as you dispatch this.
My lord, these shrines are absolutely busting. Sorry. All right, I've been
It's
working on that joke.
unequivocally busted.
I was waiting for that joke for a while. All right. Oh well,
Us at the
my
dinner.
lord, I'm not certain. I have but a job to do. I'm not certain of my capabilities with a folk creature. Oh, all right. All right. Godfrid, either way.
Before we go, Your Grace, do you partake in wine?
Wine freely flows throughout my halls.
Then perhaps to grant us safe passage and to give us a little bit of luck, we shall drink before our journey begins.
Yes,
Aye.
I'll see to it. So he gestures for the servants in the house to bring in goblets of wine. They also offer the pastries and the treats and the sweets that were there as well to all of you. And you all drink. This wine is indeed fine. Finer than the things you can find, 2 hours away back in Rinderfeld. But fine and not sweet, but decadent, rich, almost like liquid velvet on your palates, is what this deep red wine tastes like. Our heroes are on a mission as they set out with close direction from von Reitmohr of the surrounding areas of Rinderfeld. The place where the troll was last seen. As you're, trudging through the woods here, I would like to ask for a track roll.
Oh shit! 9830 failure.
An extreme success of 10 versus 70.
How do you keep doing this?
We gotta count his extreme success.
Did you pay off roll 20?
Yeah, I called roll
Up,
20
square.
ahead. I was like, hey, please, for the love of God, help me out.
Up, left, triangle, square, circle,
Yeah, I went on cheatcodes.com and
CC.
You had one of those books that it was sectioned out by
oh yeah.
console.
Oh
By
my god.
Scholastic Book Fair
Yeah, I still have a couple of those actually.
with my Sims cheats bookmarked. For the
Oh. Cool. So, Godfrid, you saw a creature earlier, and the areas in which you're looking are directly around where you saw that creature. So that gives you sort of laser focus on exactly what you're looking for and where to find it. It's with extreme haste that you're able to track your way towards what looks like a cave. This small cave in the side of a large hill. And inside, you can hear that same
Oh.
heavy breathing, that heavy, struggled breathing that you heard earlier. There's a wind coming out of the mouth of this cave, very humid and wet, as it meets you outside. What would you like to do, leading your party here?
Tax collector Otto Geiger.
Yes.
Have you ever been in combat?
Oh. Depends on your definition of combat.
Have you been physically in a fight? And I mean, have you ever struck another human being to the point that they have died?
Death is a funny concept. Now, struck, I have. My lord has equipped me well after, give or take 2 or 3 years of my loyalty and trust. He grafted me this. And with that cane, as you could all imagine, stemming from the handle, he does pull out a thin sword, a cane sword.
That is a skinny sword, but I'm sure it'll do its work. But Otto, if I may, you are very good with money, are you not?
Well, numbers, addition, division, multiplication. I'm not even sure these concepts exist yet. So, me as an improving role player, it's hard to say.
Is it a yes or no?
Yes, I'd say so.
Perhaps at a later time, you and I can go out and hunt some sort of creature or something. But I did have another idea.
What's that?
I and Hedwig could go inside here and take care of this troll. If you, on the other chance, would double back to this Lord's manor and seek out his personal guard. I do wonder how much he pays them. Perhaps they can be persuaded to be paid a little bit more.
And what would that be for? For the assistance in a fight? Or are you saying you can't handle yourself?
Have you ever wanted anything bigger than what your life is now, Otto?
I've wanted women, I've wanted money, I've wanted control.
What if
So-
someone could give you that and everything else and even more?
So, Stark, I found that with my lord there. Are you promising domination over what he can offer?
If you can deliver a message to his guards that there is someone willing to pay their wages thrice the amount that they are getting. Tell them that when I and Hedwig bring back the troll's head that night, on my command, take the castle or take the manor, and I will deal with this lord myself.
And I feel like I'm being put in the middle of this, and I just...
You're doing great, Hedwig. Keeper, what is, and with his experience, what is Otto's knowledge of the manor itself, the amount of guards, the power that's in that manor?
Okay, yeah, give me education with a bonus die.
All right. So we just rolled a success, 53 versus 60. Do you still want that bonus?
Yeah.
Same 5, so 53 versus 60.
Cool. You know that, like, obviously this lord is not the top dog of the whole world here. Obviously, he has people to answer to, but he also has the backing of those people he has to answer to. So military might is no problem, and for a small farming village, it's something that he could take, especially at his manor here. It is walled. It is sort of fortified, and he does have men there. He has a number of employees there, sort of like stewards and guards that are there. But also, obviously, the Rinderfeld guards answer to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an allegiance there, and he is a usually gracious, sort of hands-off, delegating type of person. So he doesn't have really too many people out to get him. He's not really the offensive type. That's why he employs people like you, so they'll hate you instead of him. You know what I mean? You do all the dirty work, Otto. So allegiances to him are, pretty clean, honestly.
Heard. Thank you, Keeper. Godfrid, how long have you been in this area?
To be exact, about 7 months.
Understood. When I say this, it is not for any disbelief in your capabilities, Sir Stark. It is with the knowledge that persuading those guards and those employees is not necessarily a simple task. Now, to say that I'm not on your side with it, well, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I think you might want to, well, you are a soldier, strategize a little bit more. Give it time.
May I make a suggestion?
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
I'm going
Hello,
to.
Hedwig.
We need to probably deal with this troll before it decides to come out of its little troll cave and do to us whatever it's been doing to these animals. As exciting as this is not exactly what we're here for. And I personally would not like to deal with any more trouble from this thing. I don't necessarily think we should kill it, but if we can drive it out somehow.
Sure. Kill a troll. Help our friend here take a castle later.
We need to lure this troll out. We need to find some sort of animal because it seems to enjoy feasting on animals.
I can handle that part, probably.
Good.
Great. Shall we scream or beg for help?
I'm gonna go try to find like a squirrel or something.
Great. Squirrel. Yes.
A troll that size will probably want something bigger.
All right,
What did you
here
have
it
in
is.
Dear. Oh.
And I'm gonna grab the bow off of my back and say, okay, I guess I'll be back in a bit if you two want to, plan taking the castle and everything.
Now, I was never a part of this, Hedwig.
Right. Sir Stark, if I may give you a bit of advice as well. You tend to catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So
Well said, Hedwig. Yes.
might be something worth keeping in mind. And then I'm gonna head off and try to find a deer.
Hedwig, please give me a natural world roll.
I'm decent at that. 70 versus 70 success.
Nice. Otto and Godfrid. May I just have a stealth roll?
You sure can. 85 versus 70 failure?
Okay.
Did you say Otto and Godfrid?
And Godfrid, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The two hanging back, yeah. At the
success 32 versus 60.
Gotcha. Cool. Noted. Hedwig is out looking for a deer, bow at the ready. Now you've spent most of your time outside of Rinderfeld, so you see lots of wildlife. So the events might be particularly disturbing, but it doesn't discount your education in this field. You know, sort of the quickest way to position yourself quietly and swiftly, and exactly in which direction a deer might pass by. Give me a luck roll.
Making sure I'm downwind. That is an extreme success, 2 versus 90. I also got very lucky and rolled 90 for my luck. No pun intended.
Nice,
I
nice.
forgot I
nice.
had 90 luck.
It's not long at all. It's almost immediately as if you position yourself still, as if you are the tree yourself. A deer, a beautiful, a beautiful buck strides into view. Big, majestic horn sticks straight up as it walks. It doesn't even notice you with that luck roll. I'm going to say with that extreme success, no, it doesn't even notice you. It's going about its normal, just life. Trotting along. Slowly. It might stop. Drop its long neck down. Looking for food. What would you do, Hedwig?
I want to loose an arrow at it.
Please do.
Hard success, 17 versus 55. I forgot to roll for damage. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where's the deer?
4 damage.
Okay. Cool. It's not going to dodge or anything. But this arrow whoosh, sort of sinks into like the it's like back sort of like leg, like thigh area, I guess. Whoosh, sinks into there as it vocalizes in pain as it begins to hop off. What would you like to do?
Keeper, would you describe the sound it makes similar to the sound that Prince makes at the beginning of the track Kiss?
No.
You're thinking of oh no, it is that one.
Yeah.
I was
Anyway,
about to
sorry.
say,
Sorry. Don't mean
But
to
yes,
interrupt.
it's very Prince-like. But yeah, gets in there.
I want to. How injured was it? Like, does it look like it's gonna get far, kind of thing?
It might make its
Before I
way.
shot
It might make its way out of here.
Okay. I'm gonna follow it. And well, can I lose another shot while
Yeah.
I'm here?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's probably
it's probably
the
within
easiest.
30 yards of you for sure.
69, nice, versus 55 failure.
Cool. So it starts leaving. It's a little slow, but it starts leaving. I could ask for another bow roll with a penalty die, or you can take a move to get closer to it with a successful dexterity roll.
I'm gonna try to get closer to it.
Okay.
58, 70 success.
Success. Give me one more archery.
Come on. Extreme success, 10 versus 55 for 10 damage.
Yeah. So you put this thing
I didn't
down.
want to kill it.
You put this thing down. The next shot whoosh, connects directly with the back of the neck as this thing tumbles forward, almost flipping over its horns, whoosh, landing flat, unmoving, dead.
All right, I'm gonna kind of, as best I can with my 30 strength and 35 size, I'm very small. I'm gonna try to like pick it up as best I can, or just drag it back to where everyone was.
Great. It's slow, but after a while, Otto and Godfrid, you do see Hedwig sort of, coming out of, the big underbrush there and dragging this big deer by the horns. What do you do?
In my defense, I wasn't trying to kill it. I just wanted to hurt it so that it would hear it yelling, but I kind of hit its neck.
Job well done, Hedwig. Let me help
Thank you.
you. All right. Now what? Should we
We need to hide in the brush.
Great. Hide in the brush.
Cool. All right. Do we just leave this just out in the clearing, or?
Hopefully the creature will sense or smell the doe or the buck.
That one's a
We'll
buck.
come
It has
after it.
horns.
Yeah, buck.
That's how you can tell. Sorry, you know that.
I believe they're antlers, but yes, horns, antlers, it's all the same.
It depends on the route that you're going
I
for.
read. Brush.
Brush.
Great.
And I'm gonna keep my bow out just in case.
Keeper, can we give you a hide roll?
Hide
Yeah.
in brush roll.
A hide and seek roll?
There you go.
Yeah, I'll take stealth from everybody with a bonus die with this creature out.
Oh, come on.
The deer.
40 versus 70.
Oh, wait, we have a bonus. Damn, okay, yeah. 27 versus 20, failure.
Also,
I have-
luck points are able to be spent if you would like to.
Yeah, but
Do I
I mean, I
have
do have 90.
do I have to roll the bonus die?
You don't have. I
You don't
did.
have.
I got,
You don't
I
have
got
to.
40 versus 70 because of it. Yeah.
But yeah, you might get lower.
Might get a 9.
Oh.
Well, I
And
meant
I
a
got a
0,
9.
making a 49
No.
9, but
Gotcha. Okay.
you
Judging
know
by
what? I
this-
don't want to be the one to screw this up. I'm gonna spend 7 luck points, I guess, already. Episode
Oh.
1.
All right, episode 1.
Okay.
Try not to spend it if it's more than 5, but you know what? No, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. I mean, don't go for it.
I don't know what to do.
3, 2, 1.
I'm spending them.
All right.
All right, there you go. Decision made.
Cool. Team roll passed. Everyone's hiding in the sort of the brush around this clearing as this buck lies dead in the center, right in front of the mouth of this cave. It's not long before you see again this man-like troll, lank hair, and now you can see these big black eyes and the big tusk that jut out from this large maw that it has. It's stooped over, hunching and dragging its long claws on the ground as it makes its way towards the deer. You see it sink one claw right into the body of the deer as it brings its face closer, sniffing it. I'll take a sanity roll from Otto and Hedwig from seeing this for the first time.
60-60. Ooh.
Oh, 70 90.
Great. Cool. No sanity loss here. Wow. Y'all are good at this.
Riding the line.
I want to look at Stark and say, so what's the plan now?
Keeper, is there any sort of wounds on this creature that Sir Godfrid can see? These can be old wounds, sort of, I guess, vital points in this creature that could be taken out.
Oh, you mean like places to target?
To target, yes.
Gotcha. Give me a. If you're looking for the wound specifically, I'll say like first aid.
This is to target. I know there's one in Tiger Tail.
Tisk.
A hard success, a 17 versus 50.
Yeah. As you're looking at this thing, you would see that it's already wounded, as if it's already been in a fight. Already. Like,
And
forget
I
about
see-
y'all, it's wounded. And again, you remember those big gashes on the back? It seems as those even extend to the front. It's almost like, with the hard success, I'll tell you, it looks like claw marks. Not its claws, but more animal-y claws.
And how big would you say it is? I mean, compared to a human body.
This troll?
Yeah.
Probably say it's a good 7 foot tall. 7,
Okay.
7.5. but again, it's hunched over.
Looking at Godfrid.
Hedwig, do you have any more bolts?
Arrows, yes, I have plenty.
Can you fire one over its shoulder?
Don't hit it.
Don't hit it.
We're trying to draw its attention towards somewhere else so you can sneak attack it. Got it. And I want to do that. I'm going to aim at like a rock or a tree or something over so it'll look, away from us.
And as she does that, I'm going to stealthily begin to move as I'm drawing my sword towards this creature.
As we're
Any
getting,
cool archery.
as we're reading, as we're getting ready to, yeah, go ahead and do that, Hedwig.
Extreme success.
Great. With that noted, perfect. Let's roll initiative. Lowest dex rolls go first.
Oh, he's
Or
swamping it up on us.
biggest success of dex rolls go first.
Oh, you want us to like roll against it?
Yeah. And
Okay.
first highest.
Oh, shit. Hey, how about a crit failure, London? Is that what you're looking for?
Yikes!
love
Yikes!
this.
Yikes!
Well, Matt, create another character.
Yep. His name's gonna be Daniel.
All right.
Otto's twin brother, Otto.
Blotto.
All right. Cool. So first we'll go Sir Godfrid, obviously. Sir Godfrid, then Hedwig, then Otto, then the troll. But the troll's gonna get this first turn skipped as it looks over and sees this distraction by Hedwig. So Godfrid, Hedwig, Otto, Godfrid, Hedwig, Otto, troll. You good with that?
Mhm.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. Awesome. Sir Godfrid, it's your turn.
Yes, as I'm stealthily approaching, how many attacks do I have?
If you look on your combat sheet, you'll see the next to the longsword you have 1.
Okay, excellent. So, well, how many actions do I have? Do I have 2 or just 1?
Just 1, yeah.
Just 1. Okay. Am I close enough to attack this creature, or do I still need to make a stealth roll to get the gain on him?
No stealth roll needed. It's distracted at this point, both by the deer that's in front of it and the distraction by Hedwig. So you can
Okay.
close the distance and attack if you would like to.
And as Godfrid is closing the distance, he pulls out this long sword as the blade gleams and the light's piercing through the tree. He is going to swing this thing and see if he hits.
Great.
Sword
Cool.
is Excalibur. I'm kicking you out of the show.
Yeah,
it is,
no,
it is
I
not
quit.
Excalibur.
Okay.
It's a success, but it seems as though you've had extreme success.
Yeah, I rolled an extreme success. Well, I'm not gonna dodge on this roll. I'm gonna make that call not to dodge at this
Yeah,
attack.
was he
Technically, he doesn't know it's coming.
Yeah, he
so-
doesn't know it's coming. Yeah, I'll make that ruling. Yeah. So cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So success 70 versus 70 for 7 damage.
Cool. Your sword connects. This thing roars from being hit in the back. Doesn't really see it coming. Next up, Hedwig.
I'm gonna surprise, take a shot at it.
Great.
I was on the wrong thing. I know how to play this game. Hard success, 20 versus 55, 4 damage.
Cool. You loose an arrow, whoosh, sinks into it. It connects again. Otto.
Guess we're doing this.
But also this will be with a penalty die from that crit failure.
Makes sense.
Get fucked.
Ooh,
Oh!
Okay, so still a success, 4756 for 1 damage.
So what are you doing? Describe this? What are you doing exactly?
Damage feels off. With that, so the sword was already out, assumedly, in par with everyone else, and he does run up and get a quick slash, kind of not as if he's trying to attack, but almost as if he's trying to feel it out, like feel the resilience of the skin, maybe sense its movement, watch it a little bit. It's almost like a prod, not an attack.
Got you. So
You
he
don't
gets
have a
stabbed
damage
there.
bonus?
He does.
Do I
Yeah,
know?
I don't think anybody has a damage bonus out of it.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Cool.
Some people, if they're beefy enough, do. But
And I misspoke earlier. Once the turn hits for the troll, it'll go after Sir Godfrid with the way that I rolled here.
oh,
Cool. Next up, back again to Sir Godfrid with your sword there, next to the troll, who's been struck once already. Its head. You see those tusks turn back towards you. Those dark black eyes glaring at you.
I'm gonna take the sword and try to strike at one of the eyes.
Shit. Okay, great. I'm imagining like the uber immortal getting stabbed in the eye in 300.
Mm.
A success, a 39 versus 70.
Okay, 39 versus 70. Great. That's
That's 5
Okay,
damage.
cool.
and welcome back to Spot Hidden ASMR.
Welcome back, Spot Hidden.
Show me the curveballs.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So you right in the eye with that. You loose the eye from the socket as this black just orb comes out on the tip of your sword. You can see this blood pouring from the eye socket as screams in pain. It is barely hanging on to life as it's going to try to take an attack at you, Godfrid, as it draws back. It can't even really much control his claw now with as weak as he's getting, but he's going to try to, as best as he can, throw that as kind of like a punch in your direction, directly at your chest.
Okay.
Success? Would you like to dodge or strike back at that? Or something else?
Jeez Louise.
How is your dodge only 15?
Well, because Sir Godfrid, the way I thought of it was, since he's in heavy armor, he's not able to dodge that much. But the past 2 or 3 times I've dodged now, I've gotten success. So it's strange, but yeah, a success. 9 versus
dexterity?
15.
Is your dexterity 30?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For that to be a successful dodge in this case, it would have to be a greater success than the success I rolled, which was a normal success. We both got normal successes. I'm the attacker. It does connect as douche. He hits you in the chest for 5 damage. Sort of
All right,
sending you
and
back.
I do have 1d8 of chainmail that I am wearing.
And funny enough, it doesn't help at all with how even weakened how powerful this punch is.
Bludgeoning.
No armor helps.
Okay. All right.
5 damage. And I promise I'm not being an asshole. This is in the Cthulhu Dark Ages book. Anyway, for this. Next up, Hedwig.
I'm going to kind of follow the same idea. I swear I thought of it before he said he did it. I want to do what Sir Stark did and try to shoot its eye.
Okay.
That is a failure, 68-55.
It's like writhing about with pain
Yeah.
from this eye being taken out and also sort of like swinging at Godfrid. Otto, your turn.
Am I positioned behind it at all?
If you did before, yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, if he went after Godfrid there, let's go for the tendon right behind the knee. We're going for a prod right behind there.
Okay.
For oh wait, sorry, that was a standard brawl. Do you still want to roll with that?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So that was still a failure, 64 versus 56 there.
Gotcha. That does not quite connect. We're gonna go back to Godfrid.
And Godfrid, I'm laying on the ground now, correct?
Yes.
Am I still able to get up, or do I need to make a roll to recover?
You can get up and move in again. It didn't knock you back that far. It just kind of
Okay.
really
And
stalled
I'm
you.
going to try and clash once again with my long sword on this creature.
Tell me what it looks like when you kill this thing.
Nice.
After this creature has knocked back Sir Godfrid, uh, sort of. So Godfrid's eyes kind of, his demeanor switches, and this sort of bloodlust comes over him, and with this fury and with this devilish scream as he gets up, he comes with his sword up high as he swings down and beheads this creature as it rolls.
Yes. Not only do you just behead it, it's almost if your sword keeps going, gets like through the neck, head rolls off, but it continues going, sort of severing into the shoulder, almost just like stopping, kind of like right in here. Nice clean cut. Troll blood is spurting all over your face and sort of torso and armor there. This thing is dead.
Well,
With a little bit of class. It was well handled. How are you feeling, Godfrid?
Not too bad. I've had worse.
Great. Put that away. And, shall we?
I'm already walking into its cave.
Oh, into the cave.
Yeah, you just see Hedwig just walking into the cave.
What is it we're looking for, Hedwig?
I don't really know. I'm curious. I want to see what's inside here. What's inside there, Keeper?
Well, as you walk into the cave, your nose is met with the just smell of old, dried blood. Give me a spot hidden with a penalty die. It's very dark inside.
Oof. Bad enough at that as it is. Yeah, 63-40 failure.
You aren't really able to see anything as you walk deeper, but the smell and just the humidity of the air inside just really just coats your entire being.
Well, she's got a point, Godfrid. Why not loot a little bit of a strange cave?
And I turn back around and come out and say, "Oh no, I wasn't looting. I was."
Well, you weren't. I am.
Okay,
What do we
well,
have?
there's nasty.
78 versus 54 failure.
Again, it's very dark inside. Perhaps if you're going to continue adventuring like this, picking up some sort of, torch supplies or some sort of firelight back in town will be of assistance.
I want to reach down. I look at my possessions tab, London. I want to reach down into my bag, and pull out. I have some candles with me, and then I have a flintstone and iron, and
Cool.
I want to just kind of like spark it and light a candle and say, "It's not a lot of light, but it's better than nothing."
Oh man, they turned Minecraft into a tabletop.
Shut the fuck up.
11,
so
Okay.
shut the fuck up.
Oh, great. You had candles with you.
Otto and Hedwig, spot hidden from each of you. Godfrid, give me a natural world.
It doesn't matter.
99
We're
versus
still
54 failure. All right.
61-40.
There's nothing inside. It's just a bunch of, you see like small like little rodent carcasses is what happens when you illuminate the area there.
I also got a failure, a 73 versus 30 when it comes to natural world.
Looking at the wounds on this troll, you would see that these wounds.
Can I push it?
You can.
I'd like to push it.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh god. Do you still have it set to hard? I thought your
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
world. Oh no, your track is higher.
It's
Yeah.
a failure again, 83 versus 30.
Yeah.
Troll comes
No.
back to life and kills you.
You don't know what attacked this troll. I was gonna maybe give you information on the wounds themselves based on what you've seen before, but you aren't able to tell.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do before heading back to von Reitmohr?
Can I make a request? Can we bring the deer with us? I hate for it to go to waste out here.
I have no objections to it. As Godfrid is kind of putting this severed head, in some sort of sack that they brought along with them to take back.
Presumably.
He hangs it on his horse's saddle.
And it gives him plus 5% to
Critical strike
damage bonus against all non-humans.
Great. So, I guess because I'm helping with this deer. Great.
That would be wonderful.
Hedwig, how about a game of Gwent?
Oh my gosh.
Back at von Reitmohr's, he indeed rewards you all with you get 25 coins each. You can add that to your cash on your Roll20 sheet there. 25 each. For doing this. And he smiles, especially at you, Stark. I knew this was a good arrangement. I give you my warmest thanks and the thanks of Rinderfeld itself. I'm sure this will fix the problems that have been around, and if not, I'll continue to investigate and make sure that this does not continue. Rinderfeld can't afford it. We make our living on the livestock. What will happen to the smokehouses if there's no meat? Again, thank you, each of you. But it appears that we have a new partnership here. With the speed that you took out this troll, I know that I can trust you to take out any threats that may arise.
Something was brave enough and strong enough to fight this thing and wound it.
Yes, that was Sir Stark.
No, some sort of creature. We all saw the state of its body when we attacked it. There's something else that's gonna cause problems.
What could it be?
I didn't think to get a closer look. I just noticed them.
A house cat, I checked.
Perhaps, if I may, your grace, perhaps it is another troll. I have heard of these turf wars.
Perhaps. We have the head here. Hedwig, would you like to inspect this for anything?
Yeah, let me check it out. And I'll check it out. Let's see.
First aid, medicine, natural world, anything like that from you.
Okay. Let's do natural world. That makes the most sense. It's all the same. 4670 success.
All of these marks are related to each other. All of these wounds, all these claw marks, you would know these and relate them to bears. These are bear marks specifically.
That's what Carly was thinking, but I didn't want to say it. Oh, this was I don't think it's another troll. I think it's bears. It looks. See, the way that the gash here is the angle, it's usually the way the claws. You don't care. Sorry. It's bears. But
well, job well done, Hedwig. So Stark, great. So I heard something about dinner.
You know I'm always one for treats. Let's see to it. And with that, Godfrid, Hedwig, Otto, in their new partnership with the Lord von Reitmohr here, have a beautiful feast with more of the delicious wine, more of the sweet treats, and more of the mandolin player playing awfully too loud. This partnership shall continue next week when further troubles befall these three. And that's our first episode of this Dark Ages campaign.
yeah.
Here,
I
here.
already don't trust the bard.
Yeah, I do with all my belongings and ownership.
Don't trust that
That's my
bard.
word.
Cool, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us here. Please give us a follow over on Twitter. We are at Spot Hidden. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, all those things. The best way to support us is to click that subscribe button here on Twitch. That helps us keep doing this, helps us keep pumping out awesome content for you. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, hello, subscribe there. If you're listening, hey, keep the downloads coming. We love playing here, and yeah, we're good to be back with my friends here. So yeah, anything else anybody want to add before we head out?
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Auction.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so thanks everybody for watching tonight, and we will have our next episode of Octung this Thursday. I'm sorry it's kind of a little wishy-washy here and there. It's a very busy time of the year, but this Thursday we're going to be back. We only have a couple more episodes left of Octung because we are getting into 1945, and so there's only a couple of months left of the war. So.
And yes, for those that are just joining us now,
Yeah,
please tell us what Octung is. It's another Call of Cthulhu game we play.
Yes, so Octung Cthulhu, which is produced by Modifius Games, partnership with Chaosium. It is set in World War II, and it has all of the Call of Cthulhu universe with World War II. So it's Germans, Americans, and monsters.
And the Russians.
I don't like to say Nazi zombies because I feel like that's overused a lot of times. So,
But we have
Stone
fought
got 'em all,
Nazi
so it's all
zombies.
good.
yes, I did put that in for an episode or two, but I don't like to overuse that because it is overused in this day and age.
Too many Nazis these days.
But yes, this Thursday night we will be back with Octung Cthulhu. So we shall see you there.
Cool.
Come meet Stone if you haven't already now.
Yeah, we got all the Call of Cthulhu goodness here, brought to you by Chaosium, the great people there. That's it for tonight. We'll catch y'all later. Stay spoopy, people.